You are watching UCU Focus TV.
Okay, today's bulletin is a bit different because we have decided to focus on the guild elections. And because of that, we have crafted a special bulletin just about elections. Let's dive in the headlines. In the headlines tonight, decline in electoral participation among young adults. Where are the loopholes? A look at civic space, a body that strives for youth inclusivity in leadership.
Madam Moderator, what you say is wrong. Madam Moderator, if you tell me to kneel, I will kneel right now.
Launchpad debate celebrates 15-year anniversary. New leaders take charge. The elections are here. What's informing students' choice of candidates? UCU staff engage in fun sports day. Good evening, I'm Mariam Nagayi. In today's top story, Uganda has witnessed a decline in voter participation, especially from the youth. This decry challenges like the legitimacy of the voting process as a factor discouraging their participation.
Uganda's electoral processes have increasingly been experiencing a low voter turnout. In the 2021 general elections, the Electoral Commission reports that 4.1 million people graduated to the voting age and were captured on the voter register. However, only about 10% of these reportedly participated in the elections. Similarly, in guild and society elections, Uganda Christian University is witnessing a low voter turnout. Some student leaders attribute this to declining trust in electoral processes and limited civic education.
UCU students have lost interest, they have lost hope because the students support the candidates they would wish to be their leaders. But in the end, these people end up being vetted out in the vetting process that is always taken there. So this makes students lose interest.
One is the apathy within the students. Still, lack of interest. They don't want to care. That's why, as you have mentioned, that the highest turn-up was from law school because they had the candidate in the race.
Ugandans have now lost interest, they have lost hope in the electoral processes in Uganda because they vote a candidate and in the end they announce a different candidate.
The Electoral Commission spokesperson Julius Muchunguzi, however, asserts that participation is not only measured by voting, but by all other processes run by the Commission.
Youth are considered as a special interest group and they have their structures that start from the villages upwards to the national level. At all those levels, they are leaders. So we call that participation. So we have their leaders already now of youth committees across the country. What do you call that? So that statistic may be wrong, unless if you qualify it to exactly state what you exactly mean. Because the participation is not only voting at the tail end of the process. Even when it is important, it is indeed. And we would like all those that registered as voters to turn up and vote at the voting time. But even most importantly, to participate at the other levels of representation that they have.
Samong, reporting for Media Link News.
Moving on, Uganda is branded as the second youngest nation in the world. However, the nation continues to see limited participation of youth in leadership positions. The Center for Constitutional Governance, set up by Dr. Sarah Birete, is trying to beat this trend by putting youth at the center of leadership endeavors.
The Center for Constitutional Governance under Dr. Sarah Birete is working to empower young people through a number of activities. Among these is their Civic Space TV, a channel that is allowing young people to join the national discussions in leadership and democracy. According to her, the movement prioritizes young people due to the nature of Uganda's demographics.
Young people are the majority citizens in Uganda demographically. The last census 2024 census puts young people at 73.3%. And if anybody is trying to create a new culture of democracy, you have to focus on young people because they have more time.
10 years down the road, the movement is counting testimonies with a number of leaders in the platform already in active leadership.
We have about 5 members of parliament. In the last elections, 2021, we produced a total of 123 elected leaders from local council 3 structures to parliament that have been part of our program. In this cycle, we hope to double that to maybe about 400 or something. We are tracking those who have offered themselves for leadership.
The organization has also set up a club established within universities to link students to some of their initiatives and activities. Douglas Draconen, a human rights officer in the organization, began his journey at the university ranks and now finds himself actively involved in its undertakings.
So I started my journey as, of course, a debater under the club, and I participated in the program as a debater for the institution of Uganda State University. I managed to reach the semi-finals or finals, I don't remember that about. But the reason why I'm giving you this story and journey is to show you that for me, matters to do with governance and constitutionalism is something that is pertinent to me because I think it influences our everyday life.
Much as the political space is dominantly occupied by older people, the civic space arena is raising platforms for young people to join the national discussions on democracy and civic awareness. Fortunate Mwesigwa, reporting for Media Link News.
Okay, the Launchpad Debate Club celebrated their 15-year anniversary as they celebrated their continued input in debate and influence. Council Tony Tumukunde, a leading lawyer in the city, graced the event that also had a leadership transition.
Madam Moderator, what you say is wrong. Madam Moderator, if you tell me to kneel, I would kneel right now.
Last week, the Launchpad Debate Club held a special sitting to celebrate its 15th anniversary. For more than a decade, the Launchpad has served as a think tank with opinion leaders gathering to discuss current affairs. One such opinion leader, Tony Tumukunde, a renowned advocate in Kampala who also moved through the Launchpad's ranks in his time at UCU, graced the event as a guest speaker.
I thank you, Launchpad, for inviting me to speak to you today. My name is Tony Tumukunde. I was in UCU 2011, January the 3rd. To July the 6th, 2015.
Tumukunde presented certificates to the outgoing executives of the club as a new board stepped in.
Thank you very much.
In this particular sitting, the club discussed the role of AI in education.
Artificial intelligence is the engine of our civilization now. If you look at civilizations from the first generation to the second generation to the third generation to the fourth generation that we are now in, every generation had what was headlining that dispensation.
In his outgoing remarks, Tamale Nkoyoyo charged the incoming club leaders to stay committed and hold fort for the club.
The Launchpad, away from the rest of the institutions, it is a calling. We don't vote. Whoever has been called upon here and having been baptized with fire, never should leave the house.
He was succeeded by Neville Wandera as president. The Launchpad continues to serve as a platform for young minds to test their ideas and contest their opinions.
Yes, I have formally told colleagues that Launchpad is a place we use to argue about the pineapple on pizza, or even whether cats were secretly plotting to take over the world. We would argue about everything but nothing, and also build bonds, friendships, and that's what has made us who we are. The Launchpad is not a debate organization for lawyers, or it's not only one that benefits lawyers, because accountants will need to also present that SWOT analysis before a board, and that confidence you have earned out of such a debate club can take you places. It's enormous that it can influence the doors that you open in your old age as a person who is trying to strive for a future.
Daniela Bagaya, reporting for Media Link News.
This is what we are, Launchpad Debating Club.
All right, in a political season such as this, students support guild candidates because of different reasons. Some of them legitimate, others point with personal interests. In this report, we point out ideas that lead students to front specific candidates.
The electoral season is here, both nationally and here at the university. Politicians step in with different ideas, solutions, and motivations. In this report, we set out to find the reasons why different candidates appeal to specific voters.
I would say the candidate I'm choosing, their manifesto is so good. They relate so much with the students, and they are willing to associate with us, work with us, and link us up with the administration and the other people.
The members I am supporting in this campaign are those I have seen coming out for the student membership and representation in this university. I'll give a scenario in my one. One of the members who are standing, he made sure that one of my classmates did their examinations who lacked tuition. We came up, we looked for money, we looked for funding together, and my individual did their examinations.
Among the points of his manifesto is something to do with student welfare, and I being a non-resident from campus, I feel like his point is really one that gets us moving, because he's willing to talk to the communities and the hostels out there to provide security lights and cameras that can help us access our hostels even in the late hours.
The candidate I'm supporting is a friend. He is a very approachable person. But on another note, yes, he's my friend and a very approachable person, but I think he is the best person for this position because he has been in various places of leadership. He has had a platform, and with the little platform or exposure he has had, he has been able to interact with the students and change certain things. So I support him because he's approachable. He's a man who will get the work done.
According to the class representatives president, John Best Biebiona, the ideologies of most contestants are yet to touch base with the realities of the students.
The race is tight. Everyone is taking their place and they are knowing their coverage. But to my opinion, people are not, most candidates are not covering what they are supposed to do, like what they expect to do for the student body. And for that, for me, it's something that I base on to make a decision.
The presidential contestants who are pulling off a hard-fought campaign are optimistic about their inputs and trust that the electoral process will bring desired results.
I believe it's going to be fair. I know that it's going to be organized because UC is known for doing that. But then I want to hope that students are going to be able to vote leadership and vote over politics.
My opinion about these elections, I expect it to be transparent and full of the will of the people. I implore you to participate and vote for your candidate.
Candidate Bright Atuhaire's manifesto is hinged on a fundraising car wash meant to supplement the tuition run, but it hangs in the balance because the Vice Chancellor's office discontinued student entities from carrying out fundraising activities after a financial scandal that erupted in the 26th Guild government. Abraham Elomaboni's campaign also aims to bring in initiatives like streetlights in security hotspots, but the meager Guild budget might not be able to pull it off. Tomorrow's results will tell who will have a go-ahead in these initiatives.
And in our final story, the Human Resource Department has birthed a new idea of uniting university staff around health and fitness. As a result, the staff engaged in a 3-day sports gala that ended on Friday. These are the highlights.
The Human Resource Department sent the staff to the field on a 4-day spree as they participated in various sports activities from football, aerobics, tug of war, sack race, and the like. The staff competed in their 3 administrative dockets, the Vice Chancellor's Division under Professor Aaron Mushenjezi, the Academics Division under Dr. John Chitayimbwa, and the Finance and Administration Division under Dr. David Mugawe. A number of sponsors like Diamond Trust Bank, Prudential, DFCU, UAP Old Mutual, Housing Finance Bank, Uganda Clays Limited, ICE Airline Insurance, and Absa Bank came in to give a hand in the event. At the end of the day, the Finance and Administration Division came in as the best overall performer with 58 points. They were followed by the Academics Division, who were close competitors at 53 points. And the Vice Chancellor's Division closed the event at only 38 points. In his speech, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Aaron Mushenjezi, highlighted that the aim of the games is to motivate the staff.
The staff team is motivated, is engaged, and is appreciated. So thank you, our staff. We appreciate you. We love you. Keep up the good work. And let UC be the winner and the center of excellence in the heart of Africa. Congratulations to the winners, DVC.
These games are slated to become a custom in the events that the university organizes for the staff. Elton Muidu, Kennedy Tembo, reporting for Media Link News.
As you see you Focus TV, we ran a poll on X asking you who your presidential candidate will be. And the results are a bit tight. But we encourage you to participate in the elections peacefully. Have yourselves a lovely week.
You are watching UCU Focus TV.